Shut up and sit down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 23 of Fantasy Film Fight, the show where we take a random film topic and we draft it fantasy style. Today, we are celebrating the birthday of my co-host right over here, Mr. Tony Held. Tony, happy early birthday to you, my friend.
Thank you. Yeah, it's in an hour, so you did this, so I won't screw it. I want it as well. It's my birthday.
All right.
I'll cry if I want to. I'll host the show if I want to. Yay!
But yes, we are celebrating you today. And in your honor today, we are drafting movies that we have never seen, so you can sit there in the corner and ridicule us at will.
But
joining us. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, here's the thing. Whenever hosting the show, any show ever, I've always been with a lot of smarter people. Or like being accidentally teamed up with someone that's really smart about films, and then I'm just on the side making the dumb jokes. So I always look like the idiot. I always look like I've never seen a single film in my life. So this is just my way of just being able to go, it's other people as well. It's not just me, people. I get to look like the smart one for once.
We'll see about that as the show progresses. Joining us today on the panel, we have four fantastic panelists over here. Mr. Doug Cassel, who also has a birthday coming up. So happy early birthday to you as well, sir.
I do. And you can find that birthday on twitch.tv /DarkwingDuck7387. Got it. Boom.
Duck backslash. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Or find it on Facebook and I'll share the link. No, I'm excited. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of people are now going to know that I read a lot of Wikipedia pages when it comes to movies. No, just playing. But there is a few classics and a few movies that are kind of essential that probably my faction is going to kick me out of after hearing that I haven't seen these movies. I'm sad. Please find me out. Kingsman, kick me out.
I have a feeling we're all going to have some guilty admissions on this episode. Down over here in the corner, Mr. Joe Harrison joining us. How you doing, pal?
Well, this is just going to confirm everyone's thoughts that I don't watch movies, and that's why I'm shit at movie trivia. So let's have fun.
Exactly. Let's have fun indeed. Directly below me, coming back for another round, Mr. Jacoby Bancroft. Jacoby, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be here to be celebrating Tony's birthday and I guess also a little bit of Doug's too. Why not? Everyone's birthday too. All having a good time. Super excited. And let's do this.
Yep. We will once we introduce our last panelist, but certainly not the least, Mr. Amaru Moses. Maru, how are you today, pal? How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. Happy birthday to both of y'all, but Tony's made me Tony right now. And I'm a little confused because I'm like, wait a second, do I want to win this poll today or not? I don't know. But hey.
We'll have to see how it goes. And Doug, just to please you right here, I'm going to say something. Can I be real a second? For just a millisecond? Let down my guard and tell the people how I feel a second. Okay, everyone in the chat.
I'm so excited.
Everyone in the chat, listen to me for just a minute. We are celebrating Mr. Tony Hill today. Every post that he posts, he has this little thing at the very bottom where it says, buy me a brew or buy us a brew. And he never really promotes it. So my plea to you guys is do me a favor and send the guy a cup of coffee. He has very little vices that he can indulge in anymore. Coffee seems to be number one on his list. Just as a happy birthday to him, click on that link after the show. I'm going to post about this on the page tomorrow, but I think it would be dope if everyone could just send him a cup of coffee via that link. It says it's over 198% of his goal, but he put that up like a year ago, and I think his goal was like $20. So just do me a favor, send him a coffee as a happy birthday present. But before you do that, watch the show with us because we're going to have a good old time, and we're going to have to figure out a draft order. Tony, since you are not participating, do you have a question in mind for setting the draft order?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just quickly go say on behalf of myself and Doug, thank you for the messages.
Hi, guys.
People.
Thanks.
And all right. So the question is, I was sad and figured out what was number one in the box office, both in the US and the UK, on my birthdays. One of them, the worst one, is Cars 2. My question is to you, what is the rating on Rotten Tomatoes of Cars 2?
Okay.
I like that movie.
I've never seen that movie, but I'm not drafting it.
It's insane if you watch it back to back with Cars, because like Cars goes like, oh, it's a normal heartwarming tale, and you watch Cars 2, it's like murder cars. It's like crazy.
I wrote my answer on a McNuggets box.
Nice. Also, other things on this list is Batman Returns, Nutty Professor, AI, Fahrenheit 9/11, and Apollo 13. So it's a bit of a plethora. And then after about 2009, it just ends up being just sequels. All right, let's see what everyone's got. Peggy.
I said 61%.
61%. And Doug.
I said 48%.
48. And Joe.
I put 36%.
And Kobe.
I went 52%.
52. And Rue.
Well, Jacoby, I said 53.
Ah, dang it.
Price is right at you.
Okay, so just going to say, so the way this works is that whoever wins gets to set the order for it for you five, because I'm sitting back and watching. And by 3%, the person who got it closest, Joe Harrison.
Yes!
39%.
39.
Wow.
Wow.
That movie was not like
Cars 2. All right, so Joe, it is on you, my boy. You set the draft order. Who do you want going first? Who do you want going last? It is all on you.
So I think I'll go first, and then let's just for round one, let's Jacoby. Then let's just kind of loop around. So sorry, Doug. For me, as you're going last.
That's okay. I'm gonna get pooped on in the chat anyway, so might as well save it for last.
Well, to be fair, Doug is now in a good position of getting the back-to-back at the end. So
That's
just confirm. So Joe is going first, Jacoby second, Amaru third, Peggy fourth, and Doug fifth. So Rue and Peggy are in the shots.
All right, with the order being set, we are ready to roll. Joe, kick us off. You are officially on the clock for the first overall pick for Tony's birthday of a movie that you've never seen.
People are gonna hate me right off the bat. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Okay.
I've never seen 2001: A Space Odyssey. I know it's like sci-fi. I should see it. Just never got around to it.
Well, screw you, sir, because that was also on my list later.
That was
Mine too.
I've never seen it.
Has anybody seen it here?
On all of our list. I was
Has anybody seen it?
No, we all had to roll.
Here's how bad it was. Up until a couple of years ago, I didn't realize the song, came from 2001: Space Odyssey. I always called it the Ric Flair theme because professional wrestler Ric Flair used to come out to it. That's how I knew it.
Right on. I mean, that's an excellent pick.
It's a good pick because it's one we all probably should see at some point.
Exactly. That's what I'm going with movies that I haven't seen, but probably should, considering I'm a film major.
You're a film major, but
Yeah.
let's just from the chat.
Oh.
I don't like it.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So maybe there's a legit reason why most of us have not partaken in that one. So 2001: Space Odyssey is off the board.
I feel like that's going to be on my list for a while.
What are you willing to admit to having never seen?
This one, I think my first choice, I'm going to do kind of in honor of Tony because I believe it's one of his family members' favorite movies, I think, and it's one that the family member always cries in. It's a 90s movie directed by Frank Darabont, starring Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan. For my first choice for a movie that I absolutely, I know I would love, and I just haven't seen, it's The Green Mile.
Interesting.
Oh.
Good film.
It's such a good film.
I'm sure it is.
You would actually probably.
I'm sure. Just
Does
haven't
not
got around
rate-
to it.
Doesn't rate my top 10 Tom Hanks movies, but it's all right.
I've seen it once, maybe twice. I got ticked off a lot. Probably why I haven't seen it a lot.
Yeah,
I can see reasons. Reasons.
this film is the only film I've ever seen in my entire life where I'll just walk in the room. It's like my dad's only seen 5 minutes of it, just flooded up tears. I've never seen him cry in my life like before that, and it's like, holy crap! It's like I was just like, I'm just trying to get into his head of just trying to understand why he cries. There, he's just like, I think he just likes mice.
That's what he's crying for.
I that's the only thing I can think of. That it's like the thing that he's emotionally attached to. Just like it's either that or bladder infections. I'm not sure.
Ouch.
What a great
Ouch.
pitch for the movie. Mice and bladder infections. It's a 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
That's
long.
also
Thank
probably
you.
why I
I
never
agree.
seen it again.
It's a bit
wow.
long, but it's also, you got to remember, it's a Stephen King, So
Yeah.
out of adapting Stephen King, you want to kind of get it right, and I think they did. I think they did justice to it.
For
What they can do.
for Frank Darabont prison movies, how does it compare to like Shawshank?
Shawshank's better by far.
Shawshank's
I'm sure
better.
Shawshank is.
But
Shawshank's better.
That's the reason I'm not playing this week.
But I do enjoy Green Mile. But I think it's a really well done story.
It's a shocking admission from Jacoby because it just seems like something that everyone has seen. But then again, there's gonna be a lot of that on these lists. Speaking of Amaru, it is your turn. You're up, buddy.
Yeah, I have some terrible, terrible holes in the amount of movies I've seen. But I'm going to start with one that somebody else may not have seen, so I'm going to take it first. There are worse errors in my movie viewing experience, I but I'm going to go with one with Jack.
Don't you do it!
That is why I picked it, because I knew somebody else might. I have never seen it go over the cuckoo's nest, and I want to. It hasn't happened yet. Like not my era. So I have to go back and watch it. So yeah, that'll eventually come off my list. But today I have yet to see it.
You don't want to see Jack just be crazy for like a lot of the time?
I mean, isn't that Jack in every role that he's in?
I mean, I could just watch the Laker games and watch him on the sidelines and be all right.
Very true. Whenever we get back to normal.
It was on my list as well. I've never seen it either.
That was a good choice for me then. Good.
Yeah, no, very good choice.
Every
Wasn't
musical
where I was
film
going
I've
with my
ever
first
seen,
one.
I loved. Still haven't touched One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Isn't like the nurse in that, like Nurse Ratched, like voted one of like the best villains of like all time?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's on like the top 100 movie villains of all time.
Not sure that she made our list when we drafted movie villains. I don't
I think
recall
she
her
did.
being on. Did she?
Yeah, I think she
Definitely
was.
wasn't me drafting it because I've never seen it. But with that being said, it is over to me. And I've made it very, very plainly known that there are huge gaping holes in my repertoire. So I'm picking a trilogy right out of the bat. I've never seen The Godfather, guys. I've never seen one of them. I tried watching like The Godfather Saga, and I realized like it was all like just cut like chronologically. I'm just like, I'm not gonna try to watch this and then I just stopped. So yeah, I've never seen any of The Godfather. And I would love to see what the chat's saying right now because I can't see it on my phone. But
Peggy, that was my next pick.
Yikes!
Yeah.
Just saying.
Early picks award.
That's like my 4th favorite movie of all time.
No.
Oh,
I haven't gotten around to it. Sorry.
I'm so heartbroken.
Yeah. I've gotten it confirmed pretty recently that gangster films I'll see once, I don't need to see, and I'm just like Godfather I will see at some point in life, maybe, I think, possibly, probably.
You
Andrew
should
Barr, if you're
start
in there,
with
give me a third
Godfather
round.
Part 3. Start with the third one and work your way back.
Do not start with the third one and work your way back. Do not tell people to do that.
Do it. Jacoby's right. Do it. Do it that way. Do it that way. It'll be fun. It'll be great.
You have to find a 7-hour cut of it where someone just put the whole trilogy in chronological order.
Oh
Yeah, they did.
They did do that.
It's called The Godfather Saga. It was on HBO.
Yeah.
That's like a lot. Like, sure, I understand those
tried
movies
to
are
watch
great,
that.
but
I'm
like 7 hours of The Godfather are just like I need something else.
You're talking to somebody that used to watch AMC mob movies. The AMC mob marathon. I would literally sit on a weekend. I take a weekend off of work and I watch the AMC mob marathon. Godfather and Goodfellas are like my bread and butter. If anybody has that on the list, I'm exiting the stream. I'm just saying.
Or I think I know what could be my.
I ordered spaghetti and they gave me egg noodles and ketchup. That's how I'll feel.
I think I know what Bard's going to make as my next third round film. The list of next third round film soon. So,
Godfather Part 2, Godfather again, Godfather 2 again.
Doug, if it wasn't for my last match, Goodfellas would also have been on that list.
I've at least seen that before a couple times. But Doug, we are over to you with your first round pick. Where are you going, buddy?
All right, at least I don't feel completely bad. A lot of mine are going to be classics, guys. So heads up. I'm going with Lawrence of Arabia. Yet to see it. It's supposed to be one of those movies that you need to see. And I just have yet to see it.
I'm 1 for 5.
It's very good from a technical filmmaking.
Yeah, I've never seen it either. I am 1 for 5 thus far. I haven't seen anyone's picks. I've seen the Green Mile. That's it. The draft picks thus far. Craziness. But yeah, I've never seen Lawrence of Arabia either.
These are films that they forced us to watch in school, like in primary school. So that was that under 11. It's not a film you should show to an under 11.
I was gonna say they showed Lawrence of Arabia to kids like age 9 and 10.
Yeah, I didn't say I went to a school.
I didn't say mine were gonna be like spectacular, yeah, but I just feel like that's a. I'm talking to the chat. I just feel like that's a you have to see in your lifetime because of what they did with that film. And I think I do need to see it. And I will eventually watch it, but it's just yeah.
Is that
Brian Michaels
is that Kirk Douglas or
Yeah, Kirk Douglas plays Lawrence.
He also played Spartacus, correct?
Yes. Spartacus, yes.
That's why I get those two mixed up. I always get for some reason I have no idea what Lawrence of Arabia is really about. So I always think it's
Peter O'Toole that plays Lawrence.
Oh shit, it's Peter O'Toole. God, yes.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's Alec. Wait, let me pull up the cast. Peter O'Toole, T.E. Lawrence. No, he's yeah.
Oh.
Wait.
Peter O'Toole is T.E. Lawrence. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. There we are. We figured it out. It's Peter O'Toole. It's that white old English guy.
Yes.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as we're all on the same page. That brings us to the end of round 1 already. Tony, if you would be so kind, Mr. Birthday Boy, could you give us a recap of how round 1 went down? Yeah.
Fine, I guess.
Andrew Barr, you bring that movie again, I'm gonna just I'll find the film negatives and burn them. I will find the film negative. That movie is the bane of my existence.
It's a fantastic film, though. All right, so up first, Joe went up and he went 2001: Space Odyssey. Jacoby went with The Green Mile. Rue went with One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Peggy went with The Godfather, and Doug went with Lawrence of Arabia.
Some pretty big movies on that list so far. I'm kind of digging it, and that's kind of what Tony was hoping for.
Oh.
All right, let's kick off round 2. Doug, where are you going? What you thinking?
All right, another movie that is something that I have to see eventually, just because I get told to watch it. The Maltese Falcon. I've yet to see this movie, and I know it's one of those movies that you have to see if you're a film lover. Yeah, it's.
Is it about a falcon? Made of
Maltese.
I can't tell. There's a falcon shaped item on the poster, so I'm guessing it's something to do with a statue of a falcon.
Never seen it either. 1 for 6 thus far.
I think I've seen like a quarter of the film, possibly like clips, but nah.
I think I get Maltese Falcon and The Big Chill mixed up. I haven't seen either, but aren't they both like mystery films?
Yeah,
Big
they're
Chill,
both film noirs.
Falcon is a really good
Film
mystery.
noir. Okay.
But so just quickly go. The story follows a San Francisco private detective and his dealings with 3 unscrupulous adventurers, all of whom competing to obtain a jewel-encrusted falcon statuette.
Cool.
Yeah,
I am
like
down. I'm
college.
down. I will find it.
Okay, so I have not seen that one either, but it was not on my list. I didn't even think about it. Anybody else have that one on their list?
Nope.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I mean,
Alright.
I haven't seen it, but it wasn't on the list.
Yeah, same. All right, over to me. I'm going to keep going with this theme of trilogies that I've not partaken in. I've seen The Lord of the Rings, but I've never seen The Hobbit, guys. I've never seen 1 minute of the second trilogy.
You're probably not missing a whole much.
I would say, I mean, if you're gonna start it, the first one's probably where you want to end it, because Desolation and Five Armies are kind of boring at times. They have really good scenes, but they get boring.
Just watch the stage adaptation of The Hobbit.
There's a stage adaptation of The Hobbit?
Yeah.
That sounds rad. I'd watch every second of that.
Most of the budget goes for the dragon, though, because the dragon's very expensive.
They hired a real dragon, which
Yeah.
is probably super pricey.
You know, the dragon in Shrek, they hired that one to
Oh, that's a big
Play the
get.
dragon
That's
in the
good.
house.
right? It's pulling some fame.
You know those dragons on Chinese New Year's? Have you ever been to a really bad Chinese New Year's event where it's like literally it's falling apart? Like you can see the legs underneath it. And I want to imagine small as that, just like 3 people in a costume just running around.
Who's trying to steal the Arkan stone? That would have been great. That would have been much better.
Who is stealing my gold?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the Hobbit films, and I'm a huge Miller fan, so I mean, they're good. I like them, so there you go.
Should not have been 3 movies. That's all I'm
No,
gonna say.
it should not.
I would have taken it at 2. 2 would have been fine because you can split it into the 2 adventures, but like the 2 different parts of the adventure. But 3 was definitely a pull.
I'm just trying to keep a theme going, and like where I can get more bang for my buck. Where I just pick one, I actually get 3. You know,
You have to watch them all.
that's my strategy thus far. We'll see if it holds, because I have a feeling maybe some of y'all might take a few.
That's the punishment that Tony didn't tell us. We're actually gonna have to sit down and watch all these movies. At one point, we're gonna do
all the movies that we have to watch. And Tony quiz us to make sure we've watched them.
Yeah. Welcome next week. Next week you will be tested on these films.
We said we're gonna call an audible for next week. So hey,
You're not pulling a middle school.
everyone homework.
Listen, this is not reading a book and taking a test. I'm not doing it. You're giving me flashbacks.
EGM engaged.
Well, if that's the case, my strategy is shit thus far.
Yeah, I was
So
about to say
let's
you've
just
got like 10 films in your list already.
So let's just move on over to Amaru and forget about that. Amaru, where are you going with round 2 pick?
All right, I think this might be the one where people might really just not like, just really gasp. And I've never seen Jaws, guys. Not once. Not at all. I had no want to. I still kind of just like, do I have to? Can I just kind of know what the information is? Yeah, never seen Jaws.
No. I saw it once as a child, never again because it scared me.
I like Jaws. I
movie
think
is perfect.
I think the movie's great. I mean, but I watched that movie when I was a kid, so it's kind of stuck in that kind of mentality of like I enjoy that movie because I watched it as a kid. you watch it now, you already know what's happening, and you know that the shark looks really fake. And, and so I get it. I get not wanting to watch it because it's kind of like
Stated.
Yeah, it's a little dated.
Yeah.
So I get that.
It doesn't help that it's horror, and like my movie going experience was basically my dad's movie going experience, and he does zero horror. If there's 1 bit of horror in it, he's not watching it ever. So that was never a rewatch in my house. And so that doesn't help.
I think the horror elements, though, I think are good, but I think like the best part about the movie is the interaction between those three characters, between Roy Schneider, those three, and
Richard Dreyfuss and the other
Richard Dreyfuss and Quint. Like those three together create such different points of a character triangle, like with different goals and competing things, and watching them work together to try to do it is just amazing.
And I want to go to bed.
That's such an amazing scene.
I think this movie is summed up very well by a meme I saw where you're swimming into the pool and you think there's a shark below you. You know that whole meme that went spreading around? Like you're in a swimming pool and there's like this shark. When you're a kid, you think there's a shark or something underneath the deep of the water and it's going to get you.
Yep, that meme.
Sorry, Jay, you cut out there for a second.
Jaws is fine. It's not that amazing. I'm sorry, Adelaide. It's not that amazing.
I beg to differ. I think the character work in that movie is fantastic. But I can understand and to answer Andrew, yes, the shark is very dated in this movie. It's very dated in this movie. I think the character work is worth watching. I think that's what makes the film really interesting.
That's fair. That is fair. All right, so Jaws is off the board. Jacoby, where are you going with your round 2 pick?
My round 2. All right, everyone's picking these cinematic classics, and I'm going to pick another cinematic classic. The one that I'm sure is a cinematic classic. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but it's one I just feel like I need to. You know, you have all these other movies about, Spielberg and Jaws and sharks and Lawrence of Arabia. My movie that I haven't seen is about a bus that can't go faster or slower than 55 miles per hour. I pick Speed.
I've seen that movie like 50 times. Wow.
How have I not known this?
I don't understand the concept. How do they drive the bus around?
They go like an airstrip at an airport and just drive it around in circles.
They drive around in airports?
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, you're just ruining the movie.
I know the feeling, Brian.
You wanted to know how they made it work.
I'm curious. So wait, do they really drive 55 miles per hour for like an hour and 20 minutes?
Something like
that. They drive over 50. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, they have to drive a minimum of 50 miles per hour.
50 miles.
Also,
because if it drops to 49,
you're not the only person in this community that hasn't seen it. 2 people as well have claimed it. Andrew Barr.
Whoa, I have Barr seen everything.
And Joseph Oliphant. So Brian Michaels is having his heart broken at this very second.
Sorry about that, Brad.
I've not seen Speed.
Collateral damage of Tony's birthday wishes.
Jacoby has seen Speed 2, Cruise Control, though.
Great movie. Great film.
It's that and the Titanic for the best cruise movies.
It's 2 best boat movies. Titanic's just too long, so that's why it's below it.
Next time we can confirm Boatman on the show, best boat movies.
Yes.
Hey, maybe we'll do that next week. Who knows?
It's free.
I have no partners.
I'm sorry, Brian.
All right, so sorry guys, Speed is off the board. We move over to Joe to close out round 2. Joe, what you think?
Well, I can't throw my hat in the ring to be Brian Michaels' new partner. I have never seen Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Whoa!
Have you seen the others? Maybe?
I've never seen Indiana Jones movie. So, yep, Indiana Jones. Never have seen a single Indiana Jones movie.
Wow. On that note, I'll be right back.
He's coming to kill you.
He's hunting you down. He's gonna show up in your room.
Wow, really?
Oh wow.
Well, hey, Joe, to put an optimistic spin on it, you still have it to look forward to, and you can skip number 4.
Yeah, skip number 4 definitely. But
No, skip number 2. Skip number 2, 4. You can do
Oh,
that.
I like Temple of Doom.
All right.
It goes 3, 2, 1, 4.
The opening of 4, like that, before he gets into the fridge, I think that opening is a lot of fun. Like there's that first scene with like
in the warehouse where they're all
Yeah.
in the warehouse. It's like, damn, I thought that was closer. Like that was.
Yes.
I like all the comments right now are just like, what is going? Like what? Like yeah. And what's weird? What's even worse is those
Ryan,
like
flip your
those are my
numbers.
dad favorite movies.
Say good, not great.
I have not
Sorry,
seen them.
Joe.
Ooh, you need to.
Yeah, I need to.
But order goes 3, 2, 1, 4. For the record.
1 and 3. 1 and 3 are tied, and then it's 4, and then it's 2. Way down there.
Whoa! No. Kalima Shakti Day, I'm about to rip your heart up, motherfucker.
Oh, and you want to talk about dated?
What?
You want to talk about
What?
dated?
He
Temple of
gets
Doom
into
date.
a fridge. He gets into a fridge and doesn't die. No.
It's Glenn Fine.
being
Dog.
by fridge.
You know what I like? You know what I like a lot less than getting into a fridge and dying?
You guys are saying there is.
Look, you know what I like a lot less than getting to a fridge and dying? Microaggressions, racism, and sexism. That isn't funny. That's what I like a lot less. So 4 over 2 all day.
I can't help but spoil that because that's a big thing in this community. That's one of the arguments that we have. No, you. All right, I understand the hate for 3, but 4 completely destroyed the character.
Wait, not 3.
Yeah, that's right.
You said 2.
Nobody
You said
put 3.
2. Sorry, you said 2. Sorry.
Everyone loves 3.
Yeah, totally slipped. But listen, you destroyed the character, who the character was. You added Shia LaBeouf at the worst part of his career. What the hell was that character that Cate Blanchett was playing? Also, aliens.
Yeah.
No. Ugh, the movie's trash.
It's not great.
Indiana Jones is not meant to be sci-fi. Got it.
Yes, no sci-fi.
Right.
No.
We just have religious artifacts that melt people's faces.
That's religion, not sci-fi.
True.
The Bible is not science fiction.
True. Touche.
Depends on who you ask.
So, Peggy, you're right. 3 is the best. He had to remind me of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sean Connery. Can't go wrong with Sean Connery.
Also, River
Peggy,
Phoenix.
It's not a very good impression. I apologize.
River
All right,
Phoenix in that movie.
Yes. Not too soon. All right. That brings us to the end of round 2. Birthday boy, you do me the honor of recapping round 2 for me. I would be ever so grateful.
Absolutely. All right. So, Doug went first, and you went with Maltese Falcon. Peggy, you went with The Hobbit. Rue, you went with Jaws. Jacoby, you went with Speed. Indiana Jones was for Joe. And
all right. So it's been an interesting couple rounds thus far.
I was about to say, Jaws and Speed does sound like a weird, like, movie duo of like a film, like a weird, like, buddy cop film.
It's a shark that can't swim slower than 30 miles per hour.
And somewhere
Well, they
you
do
throw
have
in
to keep
Austin
moving or else they die.
They do. So it fits right in.
Sharks are never stationary.
And somewhere you throw in Dr. Evil and Austin Powers in that, and you put laser beams on their heads, and you got sharks with freaking laser beams.
All right, so we've gotten through 2 rounds.
I
I have a feeling my strategy is going to change. I'm just going to try to see if I can just incite more people to lose their freaking minds. Let's see if everybody else joins in with that kind of strategy. Joe, what you got on deck for round 3?
Doug, get your screaming voice ready. Goodfellas.
No.
I was looking over at Joe when I mentioned that it was on my list, and I was like, I bet you he comes up with it.
All right.
I'm look, Joe, see it, but I'm never gonna see it again. I don't. It's long. It's great. It's amazing.
It's one of
to seeing it is when in Family Guy parodies the opening of it, or when Chris goes to remedial school.
You mean Abed's chicken finger episode?
I am on the boat. I'm on the boat with Chris Diaz. For me, Goodfellas is as great as Godfather. I love both of them equally. Oh my God, that movie is so good. I can watch that movie. Doesn't matter time, day, month, year. I can watch it. I understand why some people don't like it because it is long. It's a Scorsese movie, so it's long. But I think whatever. I call it amazing. I love that movie.
Yeah,
it's probably one of the.
I think the only film that beats the food is Chef.
True. And if Chef's on it,
Burns got some good food in it.
True. All right, it's a question because we've seen this is the second big mob film that we've seen. Is the gangster film the most love it or hate it in cinema? Because there's people that will never touch it in a million years, and there's people that will die on a hill. Kirk Kalikowski will literally beat anyone to death if they say they don't like The Godfather.
Perhaps dance movies.
I would also say outside of fandoms, like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Marvel.
Yeah, 100% those films, westerns.
Yeah, that too. I really enjoy gangster movies. It's just I haven't been able to watch Goodfellas for whatever reason. I've been meaning to. It's just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well, you should take some time this weekend since it's my birthday and watch that movie.
You can make that your present to Doug.
There you go.
I only get one day off, and it's tomorrow because I requested your birthday off for the week.
How cute is that?
People are excited for this birthday celebration that we got going on.
Literally, my request off note was, "Hey, my friend's birthday is Friday. Can I get the day off?" And they gave it to me.
Oh.
Hey,
it is on Netflix.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. This is true. All right, so Goodfellas is off the board. Jacoby, you're round 3 pick.
All right, now I'm actually going to go with a cinematic classic in this one. This is one from a director who I haven't seen any of his so it's hard to pick one movie from his, but I think it's the movie that inspired a lot of others to follow this mold. It is a 1954 movie. The director is Akira Kurosawa, and the movie is Seven Samurai.
I thought that's where you were going.
I just feel like that movie is I haven't seen any Kurosawa film, but that movie is the one which everyone copies, right?
the Magnificent Seven was based on that.
Yeah,
and 5 for 17.
I recommendation. This is a really good movie, and I'd recommend you watch it because I think it'd be right up your alley.
I want
was not on my list, but I've never seen it either.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I mean, he's so pivotal with how he directed his films, and Kurosawa is just amazing. He was amazing as a film creator.
The golden age of cinema and just in general is amazing, and Kurosawa is the pinnacle of that movement.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've seen one Kurosawa film. It's a 1975 film he wrote called Runaway Train.
Oh, the classic
Runaway Train never comes.
Which was the film debut of one Danny Trejo.
That's true. Jake did give a good comment there. Get a 2-week free trial of Criterion. They're all on there.
That's what I'll do one day when I have some time, and if I don't get that, I'll watch all the Kurosawa movies.
All right, so Seven Samurai gone off the board. Amaru.
I think Malcolm's right.
this episode was pretty good.
Do you guys hear it? I think I hear it.
Wasn't he in the chat?
No, he's not in the chat yet. No, he's not in the chat yet. But there'll be a point. What would do?
Sorry, guys, I can't see the chat up on my phone.
If he's around at the end, we'll bring him in and we'll just say, "It's the list." Let's have you hard on screen.
I'm safe. I'm 100% safe. I don't have Godfather or Goodfellas on my list. I'm safe.
Let's see if Amaru remains safe. You're up, Amaru.
All right. So I think Joseph was the one who pointed out in the chat. I was on a 1975 kick. I am off my 1975 kick. I think this next one is what some would consider a modern classic, as I have never seen it. I can't confirm or deny, but I have never seen Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, that is literally my favorite Jim Carrey performance of all time. That movie is beautiful.
Up there.
I've heard it's great, and it's definitely one of those. It's not like Jaws, where I'll say I see it and then I'll be like, nah, I'm good. I will see this. I will at some point in life I will see this movie, and every time it comes up, I'm just like, damn, need to watch this. So yeah.
Now, Rue, I have a feeling you will enjoy it when you get around to it. So
I'll be honest. I think of it as pretentious wank.
Wow.
Can you pull up Dark comment that he just said?
It's great.
Hey, fair, but I'm
Have you seen other Kaufman films? Have you seen other Kaufman films?
Name some.
I guess I don't want to spoil them in case any of them have any of them on the other lists, but I guess no.
I would assume no.
Being John Malkovich.
We can talk about it in the
John Malkovich.
Oh, I've seen parts of that one. I haven't wanted to, so yeah.
We can discuss that when we get to like honorable mentions and whatnot at the end. But Eternal Sunrise of the Spotless Mind off the board. Over to me.
You're in good company.
All right. I'm gonna kind of keep going with the movies that at least have like a series or not a trilogy. There's at least a sequel. But this one should piss off Tony because before this show, I went and looked at Tony's Unboxed and I tried to write down as many that he had rated 4 stars or above that I have not seen that he has. I've never seen anything Night of the Museum. Not one.
I've never seen that 4 star or above.
Yeah, you did. I think you gave it 4 stars.
Now. I'm sad now. Those
That first one's really fun.
The first one's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Man.
Robin Williams steals that movie, though. He really does.
Just
like he does with everything that he does.
Exactly. But yeah, sorry guys.
I'm going to quickly check this as you're talking. But yeah, it's one of Robin Williams' best performances in the last ages of his career. And it's probably the best Ben Stiller film.
No.
Just like
Not sure
Best Ben Stiller film for me is there. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not saying anything. I think everybody here's seen it, but the best one that he's been in, the best one that he's directed, are kind of the same film. Kind of the same film. I'm gonna guess yours has to do with religion, just because I know you. No, not religion, not the religion one. Okay,
not
all
the
right. That's
religion
interesting. One. We'll talk after.
The Ethan Hawke one.
Ethan Hawke.
Gotta think back, early 90s.
Ethan Hawke, Ben Stiller.
Anyways, doesn't matter.
All right.
Yes, it exists, guys. Night of the Museum.
Maybe I found the movie Christina seen.
Yep. Sorry, Christina. I've never seen any of them, but that is my choice. We will move over to Doug for his pick.
All right, guys. Now we're going to move on to something that I should have seen because I'm a huge fan of this director, but I've still yet to see this film. I'm sure it's on Criterion, but my membership I didn't feel like paying the extra $15 after I went through some stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and throw out North by Northwest.
Okay.
No shot.
I haven't seen that either, so I can't really be like, how dare you?
I am just getting off the hook today because I'm picking movies that no one sees.
You're lucky we also haven't seen any of these, or else we'd be so mad.
Right? It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. When you get the chance, definitely do take the time to watch it.
I plan on watching it because I'm going to go through a whole Hitchcock thing. I want to watch it. Yeah.
I think I get this one mixed. My blunders. I always get movies mixed up with other movies. I think I get this one mixed up with Catch a Thief. Both have Cary Grant, right?
I think so.
North by Northwest is when he's running away from the plane.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen one Alfred Hitchcock film. It was like 2 years old, and it's traumatized me to this day. Never show a 2-year-old the movie The Birds. Otherwise, they will run away from swans.
Your parents showed you The Birds at 2?
It was a
Why do your
terrible.
parents hate you?
It was a terrible babysitter.
Why does the babysitter hate you?
I don't know, but I still
saw
to
that
this
too
day,
young, too.
if I see a swan, I'll walk out. So
Oh, but
back when I was in-
swans are mean.
Yeah, back when I was in
Swans are
childcare, I'd left a pram full of 3 children because a goose came up to them. I just walked off for like 10 foot. I was like, and then I had to have a meeting just like, oh, so why do you do that? It's just like, I warned you, taking me to a duck pond is a bad idea.
I'm afraid of birds.
You're like the hot priest from Fleabag with the fox or some shit. Okay, so
I'll take that reference.
for the record, Doug, I am 0 for 3 on your picks, and I am 2 for 3 on everybody else's. Just saying. But with that
That's
said,
okay. Then you can
With
join
that
me
said-
in watching my list.
yeah, maybe. We shall see.
That's
Tony,
also-
we've reached the end of round 3.
We have indeed. Let's pull it up.
Recap time.
All right, so Joe went first and he went with Goodfellas. Jacoby then went with Seven Samurai. It's a film that if you swap the cast around, it would be pretty much the same. Rue went Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Peggy went Night at the Museum because bizarrely I have that rated 4 stars. And Doug went North by Northwest.
There might be other ones that you're not aware of what you rated that are coming at you. I don't know. But before we hit that, we're going to go back to Doug first, 4th round pick.
So Cody Newberry is not allowed to see this. We're gonna private this afterwards, so he never sees this.
He
So I
won't.
can. So
You think
no,
Cody
'cause
Newberry watches
there's
this?
gonna be
Yeah, I was about
people
to say.
saying somebody's gonna say something. And my next pick, because I've never seen this movie, I've always heard about this movie. I always wanted to watch this movie, and I will probably get yelled at because it's on somebody's Vudu that I have, and they're gonna tell me to watch it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out now because this is my big. You have never seen this movie, Apocalypse Now.
0 for 4.
Okay, all right. I thought I was gonna get a lot more hate in this chat. I'm waiting to see the chat down there.
Yeah,
That
they'll be
chat's
harder
gonna
on you than we will.
that
Yeah.
chat's gonna hate me for a few minutes.
I was gonna say, like,
It's
the
fine.
documentary about the production of Apocalypse Now is better than the actual movie.
I
I
still
believe
wanna watch
the
it.
documentary is called Apocalypse Win, isn't it?
Isn't it called Hearts of Darkness?
Yeah, Hearts of Darkness.
Yeah, Hearts of Darkness. Yeah. Watch the documentary because it's it's better than the
You
actual.
shush, boy.
It's one of those things. I'm just not a fan of Kubrick.
Yeah,
So-
I didn't like Eyes Wide Shut that much.
Apocalypse
Well,
Now isn't a
Kubrick
Kubrick movie.
didn't-
You're
No, that's
thinking-
Coppola. That's Coppola.
Yeah,
Apocalypse Now is Francis Ford Coppola. You're thinking of Full Metal Jacket for Kubrick.
Yeah.
I'm going home.
Wow.
Thank you.
No,
I love that movie.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, have you guys not noticed the balloons all over his room?
They popped.
Would Apocalypse Now have been even better if Kubrick directed Apocalypse Now and Coppola directed Full Metal Jacket? What would those movies look like? Huh?
They'd be very interesting.
I want to go to that parallel universe.
Probably exists somewhere. Who knows? All right, so Apocalypse Now off the board, back over to me. Why not keep this trilogy thing going?
Oh.
I've never seen anything National Treasure.
oh,
Ever.
Oh,
well,
I dig me some Nick Cage. I've never
Oh.
seen it.
hurts my heart.
Yeah.
You will love those films. The third one is not out yet, but needs to be soon. But
oh, that hurt.
I don't
That
know.
was
I don't
just
know
like
how
one of
I've
those
just
everyone
missed them, but I have. I just never watched them. I don't know.
those
Okay,
are
then.
might be some of the most rewatchable films I've ever seen. It's one of those TNT. Oh, it's on. Okay, well there you go. There goes mine.
Like the replacements?
Yes, that as well.
All right.
Is Victoria's Secret still
The
good?
Replacements is
I
such a
haven't watched
solid
that one
movie.
in a while.
I was just naming things that I saw on CBS all the time. And now
National Treasure is probably the
I hate this
21st century.
Probably the what of the 21st century?
I wouldn't go as far as that.
No, as in the adventure films. They've got the historical background to it as well. So, and they're just a good watch to have.
No.
Anyone else? Nope. No one's standing. All right, I'll let down this hill alone.
I used to not like Nick Cage very much. I respect him more now, but I used to hate him. And that movie, I thought he had a horrible performance in at first. When it's just like we have to steal the Declaration of Independence. I like it more now.
The second one, I do enjoy the second one about having some personal stakes. Like Trace is like, he's like, my ancestor was not part of the plot to assassinate Abraham Lincoln. Like I like the personal stakes in that movie. I just enjoy that. Like that's what sends him on this journey. Is he's like, I'm going to clear my ancestors' legacy.
Sure, Nick Cage. Sure.
Legacy is planted flowers in the garden you never get to see.
You symphony. Sorry.
I'm very excited
we're all
for that,
pumped for the watch along with Doug on Friday. All right, so National Treasure off the board. Amaru, your 4th overall pick. Where are you going, sir?
Fargo.
Ooh.
That's on my list too.
I have never.
It's high on my list too.
a second of the television show, of the movie, of anything. I have not seen
You're hurting my heart
at all.
You're hurting my heart.
Ooh.
I'm in the same boat, Rue. Exact same boat.
Wow,
our viewing aesthetic is quite similar, Rue. I'm discovering this.
That's a
yeah.
That's. Ooh.
That hurts.
Again, this is one I will see. It will happen. Bar already has all of his round 3 films for me that I must watch for my next match. I swear. But yes, I've never. Not. I was not interested.
Too.
I was not. I was not interested as a kid. I just wasn't.
Just in case Peggy can't see it, Peggy Ball shouting at you for he told you to watch this months ago.
Yeah,
Now,
you did. I just haven't been in the mood to do so.
Is it a Coen brother thing, or is it just a movie in general? You just don't
rewatch Long Shot.
Just a movie in general. I absolutely love A Brother Where Art Thou. No Country is great. I have a lot of the films that have come up already are either, like I said, nobody watching in my household, or I was at the age where and my brother and my dad watched it, and I was like, I have no interest in this, and that just carried on. So.
I'll be honest, I only watched this recently for a match because prior to that, I thought I hated the Coen Brothers. It's not that bad. It's a really good film, even getting past my hatred of the Coen Brothers, especially their comedies, because I fucking hate the Big Lebowski with a passion.
Boo! It's not your birthday yet, so I can still say boo.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I know everyone loves it.
As an ordained Dudist priest, that's offensive to my religion.
Yikes!
Of course, you would want to be a Judas priest.
I am. I'm an ordained Dudist priest. The Church of Dudism, man.
All right. Well, Peggy swanned off somewhere, so we'll go to Jacoby now for your 4th pick.
Nice.
Priorities.
My 4th pick. Yeah, I gotta go with this movie. This is a movie that's been on my list of movies to watch for like ever. It's one of the first ones I put on it, and I haven't got around to it. I think I'll love it once I see it. It is Leon the Professional.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. Unexpected.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
I saw that in theaters, however old I was, and I distinctly remember that experience.
Yeah, I heard it's super good. I heard it has a great Gary Oldman performance too. Like,
Natalie Portman knocks it out of the park too.
I'm sure she got nominated for it, right?
I believe so.
I'm not sure.
Or maybe she should have.
I know.
Let me check that out. I've been told never to watch this film.
If you know the behind the scenes, how it's like semi-autobiographical from the director and his really weird relationship with an underage girl, then I can see why you wouldn't want to watch it. But if you separate that, then watch the movie and you'll enjoy it.
Huh.
What do you mean?
Sorry, Brian.
Yeah. I've because of my hatred of films that over-sexualize women underage, I've been told flat out never touch this film with barge pole.
Don't watch
Yeah, you
Beautiful
might
Girls 6. They did that with Natalie Portman again.
There's a reason why Kick-Ass is like the Kick-Ass and Let the Right One In are my two worst films of all time.
That would do it.
Yeah, understandable.
Okay. So Leon the Professional off the board. Joe, close out round number 4 for us if you would be so kind, sir.
So, this hurts me to say as a Tarantino fan, I haven't seen the film that really like shot his career into the stratosphere. I have not seen Pulp Fiction.
Yikes!
Oh,
Yikes!
everyone's seen that.
Yikes!
I have never seen Pulp Fiction.
I have a
I
different
thought I was
Tarantino
upsetting
film.
other people on this call. Yikes! Goodfellas and Pulp Fiction?
Oh,
Woo! Woo, boy!
Joe, you're not alone in the Tarantino thing. It's just a different Tarantino movie that
I like
I've
how
never seen.
I like how Chris Diaz, he's like, do not see it. Banned from the Community. Even I've seen I've seen most Tarantino films except even like the ones he's written. That's the only Tarantino film I haven't seen is Pulp Fiction.
All right, I'm just gonna quickly say it's past midnight in the UK, so it's July 2nd, so it's my birthday.
Happy
I'm saying that with simple fact, I can say I've never seen Pulp Fiction either.
Oh.
What? Oh, wow.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. We gotta be nice. It's your birthday.
Just keep repeating it to yourself. Just keep the mantra, get the mantra going. Buddy.
Both of you. Just
gotta
go
be
through
nice.
the
You gotta
movie.
be nice to him now.
Good.
24 hours, you can get through it.
It's literally probably some of the best non-linear storytelling ever. It's so good.
Yes, you can actually keep up with all the different storylines, even though they keep jumping back and forth and back and forth.
The reason why I have not seen it is because I tried to watch it when I was way too young, and just the mixture of the non-linear storytelling and just some of the scenes, which I
can understand that. Trying to watch Memento when I was younger was a struggle.
I'm pretty sure I watched Pulp Fiction when I was 7.
Yeah, I watched Pulp Fiction when I was really young. Because I also watched Dusk Till Dawn when I was really young.
Same here. Yeah. And that was amazing. Salma Hayek,
Yes.
beautiful woman. Beautiful woman. But anyway.
All right, so that takes us to the end of round 4. So let's quickly bring up this bad boy to show so that people have more heart attack. So Doug went first this round. He went Apocalypse Now. Peggy then went with National Treasure Series. Rue went with Fargo. Jacoby went Leon the Professional, and Joe went Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
And we enter round 5. Joe, what are you going to shack us with this time?
I'm gonna break Garth McMurray's heart.
Oh no!
I have seen the one you're thinking of. I have not seen The Princess Bride.
What? No! No!
You have not.
No!
Oh my god.
That is my favorite movie from the year I was born. Get out of here. No. How have you not seen this movie? What?
I haven't seen a lot of movies. We've discussed it.
I'm gonna go crawl in the fetal position. At least mine were classics that people say everybody needs to watch. Oh God.
Doug, you can say they're classics, but it's also kind of a cop-out.
No, it's not. They're all movies that I want to see. They are generally on a list that I
These
want
are all
to see.
movies I want to see too.
Man,
But wow.
That's what I went for. I went for these are movies that I haven't seen, but I've been meaning to get to them. And here's the thing: I have seen scenes from The Princess Bride. I know it's a movie I'd like, but I haven't seen it in its full context. I've seen the trick scene, and I've seen the fight scene with Inigo Montoya and the Six-Figured Man, and I've seen certain scenes, but I haven't seen the full movie, so that's why I picked it.
Yeah, I would say you can't really escape certain scenes just because they just exist in the zeitgeist to this day. I mean, hello, my name is Inigo Montoya.
Bye-bye. Do you think they'll make it? Have fun.
Inconceivable.
I doubt
All
it.
of it, yeah.
Rodents of unusual size. I don't think those exist. That's the scene that because I did a play that was like pretty much a parody of The Princess Bride, but they didn't want me to watch The Princess Bride, so I didn't model myself off the Wesley character. So I still have yet to see it because of that.
That's fair. That's fair.
Plain theater.
But shocking, but I mean that's kind of what we're looking for on this show. So hey, mission accomplished. Jacoby.
This was more shocking than shocking. This is like trying to give Doug a heart attack. The last 3 movies are the last 4 movies are like on my top 100 list.
All right.
Oh,
everyone, try to piss Doug off the rest of the way if you can.
God, he was so. Joe, you were so smart in putting like the 2, like Pulp Fiction, Princess Bride at the bottom because everybody else has seen it. You've seen it. Everybody else isn't taking those movies.
Exactly. That's why I did it. I knew I was like, all right. I was like, those are movies that probably everyone has seen. So I was like, I'll go for it. But I know 2001: A Space Odyssey is very 50-50 on if people have seen it or not. So I just decided to jump that early.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Jacoby, are you taking 5th round?
For my last pick, I'll go for this one's actually a recent movie. I think it came out last year. I just still haven't seen it. I really want to, and I want a horror movie on this list because it's Dr. Sleep. That's the one I want to see. I know it's not like a classic yet. It's not one that's on everybody's list. It's just a movie that I am dying to see, and I just haven't sat down and watched it. So I have to include it on this list.
I've never even heard of it.
It's the sequel to The Shining. They influence more of the book. I suggest, Jacoby, when you sit down and watch it, watch the 3-hour cut.
Director cut.
Yeah, it's so good. Mike Flanagan is slowly becoming one of my favorite horror directors.
Oh, he's great.
He did The House on Haunted Hill. Yeah, The Haunting of Hill House. It's fantastic. He also did Gerald's Game.
This movie, watched that because of him. It was great. He did that. What was it, the deaf one too?
Yes. I'm trying to think of what it is. But
he's talented.
I really enjoyed this movie. I actually, I'm with Brian. I like this more than I like The Shining, because
Same.
I like how. I just love the character. I love what you see Danny becoming. The book is fantastic too.
Yeah, I love the books. That's why I wanted to pick this movie. It's because movies we haven't seen, and that's one I really want to see.
That is a good pick. And I highly recommend that. I really do.
Tony, you love horror, right?
Yeah, I love horror so much. I've seen it 5 times. I've got a tattoo of it on my butt. I was just going to ask, Peggy and Root, what's the last horror film you've seen? How long ago was it? The last out-and-out horror.
Okay, is Us
like in the theater?
Horror?
Yes, I would consider Us in horror. Yes,
I feel like I've seen more recent horror films. I feel like there's probably something I've watched since Us, but the last I can remember is Us.
Yeah. Get Out. Does that count?
Yep.
I suggest for that. I would say like The Hills Have Eyes. I saw that one. I didn't like it very much.
And A Quiet Place.
I don't really consider Parasite a horror movie.
Parasite's
I consider that
more
like a crime thriller.
Yeah.
But
not my favorite genre.
Right, Chris Diaz is right. If you haven't seen Invisible Man, go see that because that was
solid.
That was solid.
I love that.
No.
I love the
No, not a emotion I want invoked in me is having an invisible man coming to fucking kill you. No, sorry.
But it stars Zoe Bartlett.
I know it stars Zoe Bartlett, but a lot of things stars Zoe Bartlett. I don't have to see them just because I'm a West Wing fanatic.
That's Peggy's review. Hands by tail.
Since you asked, I think since then I've also seen both It, Chapter 1 and 2, and I also saw Ready or Not.
Ready or Not was great.
It was really good.
That's another one I really want to. I can't believe I haven't seen Ready or Not yet. I really want to.
Ready or Not is pretty damn good.
Jake, what are you talking about? The ending of The Invisible Man was great. It was so satisfying. That ending was great.
Peggy's quickly getting a recommendation. Peggy, watch Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon.
Hollow Man is great.
But he's invisible.
It's the
No,
same
yeah,
movie.
no, I remember that one from back in the day. Yeah, no, it's not my cup of tea.
It's such a
Not my
bad
cup of tea at all.
All right.
All right, go on, Rue. What you
Yeah,
got?
Rue, it's your turn, buddy.
All right. So as many times as this film has come up in recent memory, talking to y'all, I might be wrong, but I don't think so. I think Doug might lose his voice on this. There's a certain character who every time his name comes up, I'm just like, wait, what movie is that? And I'm just like, Bateman, Patrick Bateman.
No.
Wow.
I've never seen
You've
American
never seen
Psycho.
Psycho? Oh,
Movie so
never seen
much.
American Psycho.
Never seen American Psycho.
You're not a
Oh,
horror fan like that, so that makes sense.
Honestly,
I'm
I
not upset
don't
because
understand the love for this movie. I've seen it, but it's not one I'm going to be like, oh, let me go watch American Psycho again. Like, no.
I think the love for this film comes from the character adaptation that it is. It's a look at an actual American Psycho, like what that person can be. It could be literally anybody, and that's kind of what I loved about it.
I always love it because it always starts off with, I always think like, man, Christian Bale has a horrible performance in this. Like it's so bad, but then as you get like 15 minutes in, I just become so engaged with what he's doing with that role. It's just like I love this movie. Like it's like I just get so invested in it.
I just really feel for the filmmaker, how she's just like, people didn't understand American Psycho when it came out, and it sucks that 20 years later people still don't understand it. Like, she's like, this movie has had 20 years for people to mature and look back on it, and they don't they just recently started realizing it's a satire. Like, it's not meant to be taken at face value.
Yeah.
Man.
Man.
I'm not a fan of it, but I don't do horror,
Yeah.
and it's
According to
got me
IMDb, it's a satirical dark comedy, psychological thriller.
Yeah.
All right. American Psycho off the board. My turn. All right. So far, I have drafted The Godfather, The Hobbit, The Night Museum, National Treasure. But hey, Dougie, here's the pièce de résistance. I'm gonna watch you guys blow a gasket when I say that I have never seen one movie that falls underneath the umbrella of the Monty Python group. I've never seen Life of Brian. I've never seen Holy Grail. Not once. Nope. Haven't seen them. Tony walks off. And if you were wondering who's going to win the vote, that's going to be me, boys and girls.
No, it's definitely going to be Joe. But you might come in second with that take.
I'm sorry.
I know Monty Python movies. Wow.
Oh, wow. You've never seen any of them? Like, you've never seen Skips?
I've never seen Blazing Saddles. I think that counts, right? I've seen Spaceballs. It doesn't count. Spaceballs doesn't count.
Brooks.
That's Mel Brooks. Both of those are Mel Brooks.
Wasn't he part of Monty Python? No, never mind. No, I have no idea. I don't know.
Oh my God! Stop.
I don't know. I thought he was. I just figured all those Hollywood comedic legends were all the same group.
No, they're not.
Peggy,
What's up?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I've not seen any of them.
Okay, I'm not alone. I told you. Rue, you and me's viewing aesthetic is like right there.
Yes.
We watch sports movies and comedies. This is basically what we watch growing up.
But you don't watch some of the greatest comedies of all time. Life of Brian is one of the greatest comedies of all time.
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Oh,
so many of my high school friends would throw around different references as quotes, and I just like, what? Huh? No, I had no idea.
But a flesh wound.
Biggest stickers.
What is that? It's my horse.
I got nothing for you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But
what's your sense? Oh, I'm going to get.
Not even Blazing Saddles way worse than seen. I've not seen Monty Python. I love Monty Python. Meh.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles, Mel Brooks in general, just meh. Carl Reiner was the better one for two.
You take that back. Spaceballs the classic.
yeah, I've seen
What about
Spaceballs is
Spaceballs 2? The Search for More Money.
I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting.
Adorable.
Oh, I thought when Star Wars announced the sequel trilogy that we would get a Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money.
Nah. And now this cemented my last pick cemented now because of that pick.
Well, speaking of, you're up.
I was tossed between two. And I was tossed between a movie that came out a year after I was born or 8 years after I was born. And I decided to go with the one that's 8 years after the born. I do want to see these movies, all of them, because they are held in high regard, and I do love the director very much. I love pretty much everything that I've seen of his. I'm trying to bait this on so I can get Peggy real intrigued, because this is a movie that
I'm thinking this is something that's going to piss me off then.
I've never seen Before Sunset or any of the before.
Well, see, you're not alone in that. It's such an underappreciated
but your
trilogy.
gasp is still worth it.
How dare you, sir? My favorite trilogy ever. No, not everyone, but it's like Richard Linklater prides himself on being the lowest grossing trilogy of all time.
Yeah.
And having that moniker underneath it, because the people who love it. No?
I know that people in this community, along with people that are in my faction, have really enjoyed this trilogy, and I do want to eventually say it. It's just I haven't had a chance.
Jake's in the chat. Jake watched it the other week, and Jake loved it. There we go.
You just watched it just make Peggy happy.
And I appreciate it. But
if you ever talk to Richard Linklater in person, he's really cool to meet. You call him Rick. You get to call him Rick once you meet him in person.
I would love to meet him in person. Rick, if you're watching, shoot the fourth one in Chicago. I'll be an extra. I've said this multiple occasions.
No, he's got that 25-year one with Beanie Feldstein to shoot.
Well, I'm sure he's doing a sequel to Boyhood under the wraps as well. So,
please do not do a sequel to Boyhood. Please do not.
Watch it happen. Watch it happen.
Please do not do a sequel to Boyhood.
Manhood, and they're shooting
Manhood.
It's going to be Manhood, and it's going to be from 18 to 99.
No, Manhood, and his adulthood, and then he does like elderly. I don't know.
Adulthood, and then he does, and then he does
I can't. Give me more. Give me more Dazed and Confused movies and sister sequels to that.
Well, Doug, if you like very dialogue-driven movies, I think you will appreciate the Before trilogy. I adore it. So one day you'll like it and enjoy it. All right. So now, since I can't see the chat right now, how are we doing? Okay, we are an hour and 12 minutes in.
Yeah, hour and 12.
Jake is right, and Ben Platt is going to be in that.
Here's the question: does anyone want to do a sixth bonus round, or do you want to keep the movies you've never seen under wraps a little bit and just do a couple honorable mentions at the end?
People are going to start having heart attacks.
Let's go. Let's leave it up to the birthday boy, since we're running a little bit ahead of schedule. What you want to do, bud?
Yeah, if everyone's down doing another round, I'm always happy to do more content.
You guys in? You guys willing to make one more? All right. So sixth and bonus round coming up after Tony gives us a recap of how round 5 went down.
Absolutely. All right, so Joe broke everyone's heart with his final pick of The Princess Bride. Jacoby went with Dr. Sleep. Rue went with American Psycho. Peggy is now banned from the show. And Doug rightfully went and punched Peggy in the face with the Before trilogy.
I love it. All right. So, Dougie.
I'm one of yours in the morgue.
All right, so Jacoby, I like you as a person. I really do. I'm a huge anime head as well. But there's something that's very blatantly missing in my anime kind of forte, and I've just never seen it. I need to get HBO Max. Amaru, too, I know that you're a big anime person, too, right?
I'm not, actually.
Oh, I thought you were holding your head.
No, because you said Jacoby, and I went somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
So... No one's gonna put that. Everyone's seen that. Don't worry.
I've never seen My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh,
I want to. I need to get HBO Max. I'm waiting till they let Roku kind of like adapt to their system. Like, how do you not have Roku on your streaming ability? Like, what is wrong with you, HBO? But no, I actually really want to see this movie. I've heard nothing but great things. I was between and another one. I think we're only going one more round, but I was between that and one other one that I really want to say.
This was on my list as well, Dougie, because Tony talks about it a lot, and I've not seen it. And I just wrote down a side list of movie selections that I could choose that would piss Tony off specifically, and this was on that list. This was on the list.
You think choosing an anime film will piss me off?
Well, you talk about this one. You've drafted this multiple times on your list.
I've drafted multiple times for particular reasons because I want to win fucking drafts. I like the film.
You have it. It's on. You have it very highly rated on your letterbox.
I do. I like it. It's the only Ghibli film that I've watched, and Totoro is an absolute scam.
Scam.
I was following your letterbox.
The movie should be about Catbus. Catbus is the hero of that film.
Catbus does steal the show.
He's also the cooler character. He's a cat that turns into a fucking bus. Whereas Totoro just sleeps.
And he helps guide them home.
Catbus drives them home.
Hashtag justice for Catbus. Get it trendy.
Okay. Woo.
Let me quickly get a picture of the Catbus just to show Peggy.
Catbus. Woo.
Catbus.
Did you just turn Catbus into a theme song for DuckTales?
Catbus. Woohoo. You can do that with most two-syllable things, Doug.
There you go, Peggy. That's Catbus.
Catbus.
Okie dokie.
In case you couldn't realize, it's a bus that's a cat.
Yeah, I'm glad you gave me that visual because I couldn't just,
Just in case you couldn't.
That way I could have put those two together in my mind.
Actually, to be honest, I thought it was going to be a normal cat that just like shape shifts into a bus. So like, I appreciate the visual.
All right. So we are over to my 6th round pick. I'm looking at the short list from Tony's Unboxed. Which one will piss him off the most, or should I go with one that'll probably piss the chat room off the most? I don't know. Okay, no, you know what I'm just gonna do this one. I've never seen Ratatouille.
Ooh.
I know Tony digs it. I've never seen
it.
It's not. I don't know how to explain this. It's my least favorite, greatest Pixar film.
What's the deal with Ratatouille? It sounds like
there's like a top 5 greatest Pixar films that's different from my top 5 period. Ratatouille probably on the bottom of that list. It's great, but
I probably would agree that if you're thinking like Finding Nemo, The Incredibles, Wall-E, Up,
Inside Out,
Ratatouille, it'll be the
yeah. And not including Toy Story, because Toy Story is just it's amazing.
Toy Story's on top is like
I'm
sad
that
it's incredible. On top of whatever.
Top 5.
All right.
But that's basically it.
It didn't elicit the reaction I was hoping for out of him. The Monty Python one got more of the reaction I was looking for, which is fine. I mean, it's a bonus round pick, so I just kind of threw one out there. That's all right.
I need to know what the rest of your list is, just so I can hate you.
When we get to honorable mentions, I'll go down that list just for you, buddy. All right. So moving on over to Amaru. What's your 6th bonus round pick?
So this is now the sports section, a sports film I have not seen. Okay. I don't. I think you've seen it. I would think you've seen it. I've never seen Rocky.
Oh.
Never seen Rocky.
That's sacrilege around these parts, buddy.
Yeah, not once.
Well, at least the rules being kept have always pick Rocky.
Yes, Rocky always appears on this list some way or another. On Fantasy Film Fights, like 95% of the episodes,
is it too
Rocky's
late to change my wheel slice? Is it too late to change my wheel slice?
I was about to say you're a fandom player. How have you never watched Rocky?
Because it's not a fandom film. I don't care what they say. It's not a fandom film.
There's a fandom for it.
I have seen Creed, and I can wiki if I need to, and I will eventually.
Creed's the best out of all of them, anyway. So
exactly, that's what I've heard.
Woo.
So
woo.
I'm talking all.
Slow that roll.
Out of all of them.
Slow that roll.
I will die on that hill. Creed is the best out of all the Rocky canon.
I'm not wearing this for the rest of the show because fuck you.
Again, I think I've passed the point of movies that I will not. I will see Rocky, especially because it's in fandom. I will see it, but I haven't. I just haven't. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh,
Fair
Rocky's-
enough.
Rocky's one of the greatest films of all time.
such a great hero's journey.
It's like
I will probably love it whenever I see it.
Uh-huh.
you 100% will. That is a film that you definitely would love.
Oh, Garth, you definitely need to change that. You definitely need
yes.
to see Creed 1 and 2. They're both fantastic. No matter what I say to Peggy, they're both fantastic movies. They're just they're literally like my 2 and 3. My favorite is always going to be 4. It's just always going to be 4. Everybody can make their guff and say, "Oh, it's so overrated," but I love it. I love it unabashedly. I love it.
It's a great, it's great for different reasons than why Rocky is great. Rocky 4 is great, but not the same way Rocky.
It comes out.
He changes Russia's mind by beating their star.
He is communism.
Yes.
To
Not
solve
even just
communism.
that.
Rocky solves communism.
Beginning Apollo's fight, he comes out
You
just
can
like
change.
Bam.
We all can change.
If he dies, he dies.
He's like iron. It's so good.
The rock can change. You can change.
All right, so Amaru has never seen Rocky. Interesting. We would not have known that had we not gone bonus round, so I'm glad we did.
Aaron
Jacoby.
Jay's currently just crying.
Okay.
Just like
Jacoby, we've come to you, sir.
All right. So my pattern has been picking movies, not necessarily considered great movies, but just movies that I really want to see that I haven't yet. And this is one that's also been on my list that I think I would love because it's just referenced a good amount, even though I don't know a lot of the references. I'm going with an 80s film starring David Bowie. I'm going with Labyrinth.
Okay.
Oh, yes. That is something you should watch. It's so good. That's
I didn't like it.
boo to you.
I did. I'm
Boo to
sorry.
you.
I'm not even
I
sure
don't know
if I really like it or
If I
not.
watched the Crystal Skull ahead of it or behind it, but like I watched like the combination of those two movies like within like a weekend, and then it scarred me. I don't know.
All right, so ready? Crystal Skull doesn't have any plot or anything until
I
like,
don't know. I
they
associate
went
the two
back-
of them together. I
They
don't know
went
why.
back and wrote dialogue for that film and had
I
voiceovers.
have no idea. I associate
Labyrinth
them
has
together.
an actual story, and Labyrinth is
Say it.
it's
I
entertaining
didn't
and
say it
it's
made
fun.
sense. I didn't say it made sense, Doug. I just said I associate the two of them together, and I don't like either.
they're both handsome films. I'm guessing we're talking about Dark Crystal, not the.
That's what I
Yeah,
meant. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. ugh.
Crystal Skull, like Indiana Jones 4.
No, not Indiana Jones. No. Dark Crystal. Sorry, the Dark Crystal and Labyrinth. I watched like in the span of a weekend as a child, and never again.
They're
I
both handsome
haven't seen
films. So it
Dark
makes
Crystal either.
sense. I've seen Labyrinth, never seen Dark Crystal. Labyrinth, like I love David Bowie, so yeah.
I
it
would
will always be
say
amazing.
this: if you're gonna watch Dark Crystal, go watch the Netflix series because that's done really, really well.
Nope. I won't touch
story.
it. No,
Just
I
saying,
scarred too
no,
early.
I'm too scared.
No, I can't do it. No, sorry.
I really enjoyed the Netflix series Dark Crystal. But to get back to Labyrinth, Labyrinth is great. I think the music numbers in that movie is fantastic.
It's a
David
musical?
Bowie, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it a full-fledged musical, but there's music scenes in it.
It's very much like the Muppets, where they have
Yeah.
musical numbers in it, but it's not like a flat out musical.
Okay.
David Bowie doesn't wear a dance belt, so you can see
I
a
was about- I was about to say that was my ending bit. The best thing about it is that if you're a young person figuring out your life, David Bowie.
Also, there's some creep factors to that movie, but we'll leave it alone as it is.
All right, so Labyrinth is Jacoby's bonus pick. Joe, we come to you with the final pick of the show.
Do I want to? Oh man, this is gonna piss people off too, depending on what type of man. I've never seen Silence of the Lambs.
Yikes!
Okay.
That's
Oh,
Tony's favorite
yikes!
Sorry, Joe had to go.
That's just a yikes. You never. Who else has not seen Silence of the Lamb? Raise your hand right now.
I was close. It took me a while. I've seen it.
I had to get through it in
Okay.
parts, but I've seen it.
Yeah, I'm the
I've
same.
seen Hannibal the
That
TV
movie-
show, if that counts for anything. I've seen the TV
It
show.
does not count. The TV show's great, but it's still not Silence of the Lamb. That movie is so good. It's literally probably one of my favorite psychological movies of all time.
It's my favorite. It's literally my favorite film of all time.
I think I just like with Tony, with his thing with sexualizing underage underage characters. I have a very hard time with violence against women in films, so that's why I haven't gotten around to seeing it. I once I can get past that, then I'll sit down and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get that. It's a very unsettling movie to watch. It really is. It's hard to get. It's definitely hard to get through the Buffalo Bill scenes. I'll give you that 100%. But I think the interaction between all the characters, it's bar none. I think it was a well done adapted movie. I really do think it's one of probably my favorite psychological thrillers ever.
Also, the reason why I'll never show up in any Google search is in this movie.
Is it
because Dr. Frederick Chilton is played by Anthony Heald? So not only but whenever you search for me, if you search for my full name, it always goes, "Do you mean Anthony Heald?" And if you spell it, so I'm covered. I'm safe. I can do whatever the fuck I want online.
I don't think that'll be it.
Well, let me tell you my opinions. Oh wait, I'm already fired.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the draft. Tony, if you could give us a recap, and here's the little chink in the armor that we do when we do a bonus round. If you so choose, for the vote, you can replace one of your top 5 picks with your 6th pick, if you so choose. Yeah. You don't need to, though.
And just to say, so the vote is, we're going to do the person that has the most egregious list or the person that has the most agreeable list?
I would say just leave it up to the masses to decide who they vote for what reasons.
Well, no, we should have had this discussion beforehand, but what I'm thinking is either we do it is who's got the worst list of you need to watch these movies, or whose list is the most of I've not seen that 2 of these either.
I think the most egregious list is the best way to go. With something like this.
That's probably me then.
Yeah.
We're just going to make him feel bad about him. Let's just say it what it is. Do we want to make Joe feel bad about himself, or do we want to make
All right, just vote for me. Just don't make them feel bad. Vote for me.
Okay. Do you want Joe to win or Joe to lose?
Yeah. You let Joe win, or do you
All right, so here we are. So let's go through these. So Joe went first overall. He went 2001: A Space Odyssey, then the Indiana Jones series, then Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction, Princess Bride, and Silence of the Lambs. You want to change it, Joe?
That list.
Yeah, put Silence of the Lambs in over 2001.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Woo! That might have saved you a little bit.
That's a choice. That's a choice.
That's the plan.
No, I mean that might have saved you a little bit from people saying, yeah, but
it's spelled right.
It's spelled right.
It's spelled right.
No, that's the plan. It's to take that off so that way people are just like, what is this?
All right, Jacoby, your list: The Green Mile, Speed, Seven Samurai, Leon the Professional, and Doctor Sleep and Labyrinth.
Labyrinth.
I googled it. That's how it's spelled on the movie.
No, that's how it's spelled.
Thank you.
Huh.
Do you want to change anything, or are you happy?
It's spelled weird.
No, yeah, I'll keep my 5.
All right. Also, people in the chat, do you want to start throwing in your most egregious
Yes.
ones?
What are you willing to admit to in the chat that you've never seen? Let's go.
Hold on, let me get my notebook out real quick so I can take it.
All right. And then Rue, you went One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jaws, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Fargo, American Psycho, and Rocky.
I'm good.
Good list.
Yeah,
Well,
leave that
list
Rocky
is
off
also a
there.
good list.
Yeah, leave Rocky off there.
Leave Rocky off that list.
I'm good.
You will never hear the end of it if you put it on there.
You might beat me if you put Rocky on your list.
That'd be me. What are you talking about?
Oh,
All
I think Tony's right. I mean, I think Brian's right.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was
Brian might be
wild.
right. I'll triple check it after this. All right, Peggy, you went The Godfather, The Hobbit, Nightly Museum, National Treasure, and the Monty Python series, and right to Easy 6.
I would appreciate when we do the vote if the series could be added, like that I've never seen any of this, because I chose all franchises. Yeah, Ratatouille can stay off. I'm fine with my 5. But I wanted to be known that I've never seen any of them.
Well, I hope that you wouldn't see Godfather Part 2 before seeing the first one.
I saw Beverly Hills Cop 2 before I saw Beverly Hills Cop 1. I still was able to follow along. I don't know.
Also, just quickly, people that are complaining about my spelling. Spelling is done for nerds.
But yes, I will stay as is, Tony.
Perfect. And then Doug, you went Lawrence of Arabia, The Maltese Falcon, North by Northwest, Apocalypse Now, The Before Trilogy, and My Neighbor Totoro.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with that. I mean, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for Apocalypse Now from the crew that I hang out with. So, but my list is very much similar to a lot of people that have not seen classics, except for maybe the Before trilogy, which I'm leaving on there in spite of Peggy.
All right.
The only reason I've seen any of your picks, buddy, is if you left that on there. If you had switched it, I would have been 0 for 5 on your list. But hey, what can you do? All right, so I know many of you guys don't want to have to admit to any other movies that you have not seen, so I will just say if you could admit to one that almost made your list, I would be appreciative, but you don't have to. For Tony's sake, even though according to my phone he's disappeared from the stream right now.
Oh yeah,
Maybe he's going. Well, this is where I'm going to rattle off the movies that were in the top of his unboxed rankings that I've never seen. I've never seen any of the Paddingtons, Paddington or Paddington 2.
Oh.
I have yet to see Jojo Rabbit.
Ooh.
I have never seen Fistful of Dollars or any Clint Eastwood Western ever.
That's not surprising. They're kind of you either watch them or you haven't.
Yeah. Fargo was on that list, but that was picked. My Neighbor Totoro was on that list, also picked. Kingsman: The Secret Service, never seen any of those.
Ooh.
First one's really good.
First one's
Another
really good.
another franchise I almost picked, The Mummy. I've never seen any of those.
Oh, boo.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Peggy had to go.
Thank you.
For 2 random movies that I've never seen that will piss him off, Punch Drunk Love. I've never seen that one. That was highly rated by Tony. And Senna, because he talks about Senna a lot. And I've yet to watch that Formula One documentary. But I will get to it eventually.
Why? I'm sorry. I had to quickly go and take a call, so I missed it. And people are making this in the chat.
That's why I'm glad I had to rattle off my list. I did. I said Paddington and Paddington 2. I've never seen either.
Yeah, take her out.
That's fair. That's fine. And then I posed the challenge to each of these to name one honorable mention. They don't have to name a whole list. Just name one. Well, since the order changed, Jacoby, you willing to name one that almost made your list?
Almost, yeah. It would. My honorable mention was 2001, but I haven't seen that either. But I guess I was The Third Man. I know Boatman talks about that movie a lot, and I heard it's supposed to be a really good movie, and I keep meaning to watch it, and I haven't. So, Third Man.
Fine. You're not losing anything, not seeing it, but it's a decent watch if you want to watch a classic.
Oh, and The Raid. I guess I really want to see The Raid.
The Raid's
very good.
Both of them are really good. Yeah, both of them are really good.
All right, Amaru.
Yeah, I'm not going to follow rules either. I only got 2, though. One that it's going to get a 50-50, I think. I've never seen Blade Runner, the original, at all. Yeah, and then the other one is one I just couldn't not mention. I'm never going to see this movie for personal reasons. I just cannot watch. I can't bring myself to watch it because I was there, and I was there when it happened, and I've passed by the station hundreds of times. I've never seen Fruitvale Station. As great as I've heard that movie is,
how did
I can't do it.
Predict that.
I cannot do it. I just too.
Yeah.
So,
That is
but I can't not mention the movie because I know it's beautiful. Probably, but
I've seen it. It's good. You'd like it. We have very similar
yeah.
aesthetic. You would dig it.
I saw the last 5. I saw the last 5 minutes. It was like, no.
I get it. I get it. All right, Doug.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give the other anime that I was gonna do, and that's something that people have been saying for a little bit. I actually didn't know this anime existed because I've never seen it or heard it. Grave of the Fireflies. I know it's a very daunting movie, but I kind of want to see it because I think it's really from what
Dark.
I've heard, it's really dark, but I heard it's very beautiful at the same time.
Yeah.
And then the only other one that I was gonna say, because I was gonna keep my classic going, but then I was like, let's get some evenness going against Peggy and On the Waterfront.
So I think there'll be very few people in this community that have watched On the Waterfront. We know everything about it because it gets asked about all the time, but never.
But see, that's the thing. I want to actually see it, so I don't have. I could be like, no, I actually know because I watched it.
All right, go on, Joe.
There is a series of 24 movies I have never seen, and my partner will kill me for that eventually. James Bond. Never seen a single James Bond movie.
I tried to get through one.
Ooh.
Hi, welcome to the new show.
Hello. James Bond rules.
I fell asleep. It was two parkour, crouching tiger, hidden dragon. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
I just haven't been able to catch it, and I don't have a lot of streaming services, so I haven't been around to haven't gotten around to catching one.
Start with Diamonds Are Forever, and then you'll be golden. That's the best.
Yeah.
Wait,
like
Live and Let Die.
Definitely the one they told me to watch, which I couldn't get through.
Casino Royale.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Too much parkour stuff. Even Green, though.
Yeah. Do you like the Bourne trilogy, Peggy?
I've seen the Bourne trilogy.
Do you like them?
Yeah.
Then how the fuck do you not like Casino Royale?
Because fucking Matt Damon's not jumping from like a building to a scaffolding like 20 feet like it's normal.
Yeah.
I believe a lot more of the Bourne fighting than I do of whatever Casino Royale bullshit was.
Oh.
Mads Mikkelsen cries blood.
At least you didn't go. The only one I've seen is Die Another Day.
Oh God.
Peggy, there's a scene in a chair with a chair that if you didn't believe any of that.
Whew. I didn't get through. Remember, guys, I didn't get through the movie. I only saw like the first 20 minutes.
You only saw the parkour scene.
Yeah, that's what I saw, and I just like, what the fuck is this?
You should try and watch past that. That you get some
any intelligence agency training whatsoever. They train people to move like that.
Oh, I can't hear Joe at all.
I don't know. It's like watching Fast and Furious where the car crashes out of one building and lands perfectly on another floor on the other building. It's like really.
But what you're seeing in the first 20 minutes of Bond, because I've seen that scene, I just haven't seen a full Bond movie. That doesn't break the laws of physics.
Let me just quickly do this, just because. Joe, speak again.
Yeah, no, that's regular intelligence agency training. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
you're good.
All right. No, Peggy, that parkour is not unbelievable. That's regular intelligence agency training.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's class 101, jumping from scaffolding to the thing. It's the first thing you learn in agency.
I get that Bond is a fantasy. I realize that. It's what like every guy like dreams he could be or whatever, but I don't know.
I can still leave.
It's not my cup of tea. I'm sorry. I'd rather watch a bullshit movie about two people fall in love in 2 weeks.
Hold it.
Because that's plausible.
The Bond films are a romance film. There's romance every episode.
Yeah, there's no misogyny at all in that.
All right, here we go. So let's quickly just go through a few of the mentions in the chat. So we'll go Chris Diaz first. He's never seen the first or second Superman.
They're
fine Donna films.
They're okay.
Garth McMurray.
Donner Codes.
I've never seen Toy Story 4, Once Upon a Time in America, Parasite, Jojo Rabbit, Doctor Sleep, Ford vs. Ferrari, Knives Out, 1970, Bad Boys for Life,
Those
The
are
Way
all
Back.
current.
So basically anything from 2019 and 2020 except
Yeah,
for like
new releases. You haven't seen new releases, Garth. Okay.
it's okay,
Garth.
Garth. We'll give you some time.
Garth didn't go to the cinema last year. It's a moral of that story. He's waiting for him to get on Netflix and stuff. That's his plan.
What?
All right.
Which one?
Here we are. Joseph Eliphas, Parasite Network, Some Like It Hot, Kubo and the Two
Network.
Strings, Men in Black.
Ooh.
Network?
That's a good list. Or bad list. Bad good list. Good bad list. I don't know which
It's
one
a
it
good
is.
bad list. It's a good bad list. I'd recommend watching Parasite because Parasite's really good. Kubo, actually, everything that you have on your list.
Some Like It Hot was disappointing to me, at least.
Kubo and Two Strings definitely, in my opinion, probably deserved a nomination. They didn't get one, so that movie had so much heart. But that's Leica in general. They don't get any love.
Yeah.
They get zero love.
Oh,
that about it?
Quickly, just because we're getting shouted out about it. Once Upon a Time is not from the past years, from the 80s. I'm guessing.
I'm guessing it was Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, because he said recent, but also
Coming to America? Yeah.
I would definitely see Coming to America.
Jake hasn't seen Once Upon a Time in America.
I haven't either. I haven't seen that trilogy.
Anthony Tisdale, I've never seen Cats.
Just
check him out.
He meant Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, and Christina Pizzallo.
Ooh.
I've never seen a single second of Star Wars. Come at me.
This is why I love Christina. Like, come on, bring it.
If she was a start, probably should start with the Clone Wars series.
Yeah, that's where you start with. That gives a good foundation.
And just go online and search the order of the episodes that you have to watch because they're not in order.
Oh, Anthony's gonna make her watch it one of these days.
It's 4, 5, 6, and Rogue One. Then you're done. Maybe Last Jedi.
Then you're missing stuff.
That's for another draft.
Anonymous insider leaking that Disney's considering wiping the sequel trilogy from Star Wars canon.
That was fake news.
Yeah,
it has been confirmed to be fake because I knew it was fake when I read it.
It came from somebody named Dune Cock. Dune Cock.
Hey, that's where I get all my news from Dune.
Coming to them.
He has never been wrong ever.
Always.
So keep my real name out of this. My alias is Dude Cock, and here's what I know: Star Wars is getting canceled.
Ah.
Doomcock.
Doomcock.
Oh, Doomcock.
Someone was watching SCN the other day.
When I was listening to SCN, I thought they kept saying Dune. I thought they kept saying Dune in reference to like Dune. I was like, are they saying Doomcock?
Which, to be fair, Doomcock is a better name than Doomcock. All right, and then last one, just because he's praising her. Never seen before trilogy. But I'm gonna watch the Spencer Rankin and Peggy.
And Peggy.
The Skyler sisters. Work. I've definitely got the and Peggy thing a lot. But that brings us to the end of the episode. So we're gonna go around the table, see if anyone's got anything they want to plug, anything they want to promote.
I was gonna say because of and Peggy, we start with Doug.
Yeah, absolutely. We will start with the forthcoming birthday boy, not the current birthday boy, but the penultimate birthday boy. No, that doesn't work. Anyways, Doug.
Guys, literally go to my Twitch on July 3rd. We are starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we are going to be watching first. Because it's Twitch, we're going to go ahead and stream Hamilton, and I will have a panelist of people. We're all going to sing. We're all going to jump around and laugh and love this musical that is my favorite musical of all time. Then we're going to play some games. That is the link right down there. It is www.twitch.tv/DarkwingDuck7387. If you get the Darkwing Duck reference, I love you. Because it was one of my one of my favorite jokes. And then lastly, after the games, we are having a karaoke party. So hit me up if you want to join that as well. I'm so excited. Also, we are doing a 10 Hamilton songs. So check that out right before we watch Hamilton. Thank you. Join. I think I'm going to have a Streamlabs running if anybody wants to support and give me birthday presents. I don't know. We'll figure it out. If people feel sorry for me, I don't know. No, but we're going to have a lot of blasts. It's going to be a lot of fun. Check it out.
It will be a lot of fun. I will be there as well.
No one follow Garth's advice. Trust me. That's the way to go.
I'm getting weird ads now.
All right, then. Hey, Joe, you got anything you want to plug? Anything you want to promote?
I will be on Doug's birthday stream. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
She's got
Fair enough.
top list. Yes.
Fair enough. Amaru, what you got?
I shall also be on Doug's birthday stream, but I have never seen Hamilton. I've only listened to the mixtape. I am hella excited because I've been wanting to see that for a long time. The second we get off this, I'm finally editing the video for the next episode of One Gotta Stay on Monday. Your reviews, my channel, check it out. For those listening, I'm switching up a little bit in terms of let me know if you want in. Do not send me your list. I'm going to have you send it another way. It's a music episode this week, and it'll be slightly supersized. So tonight, the video about what's your choices will be out tonight. Hopefully, if I'm not too tired.
Now, are we gonna actually know what the choices are? Or is it gonna be one of your riddles?
No, you'll know what the choices are because it's Wednesday.
Okay. But I like the riddles.
So yeah, I didn't want to do another video with the riddles or nothing. So all you get is it's music again. So.
All right, cool. Glad to hear it. Jacoby, what you got going on?
I have a channel called Nerd Blaze on YouTube. It does a lot of anime stuff every now and then. I'm so good at promoting it. Check it out if you like anime or don't. Doesn't matter. But yeah, overall, this was a lot of fun. Tony, happy birthday. Really, sincerely, bottom of my heart. And you too, Doug. I know it's your birthday the next day, but you don't count yet because it's not your birthday later. Tony, this is your actual birthday right now. I love you, man. Hope you have a great day, even though it's starting off late.
Yeah, it's always late.
Yes.
1 in the morning.
And again, let me remind everyone that the link to send him a cup of coffee is down in the description below. Please like and subscribe and do all those fun things for him because it is his birthday and he does so much for the fan community without any sort of compensation. You might as well buy him a cup of goddamn coffee. Next week, Fantasy Film Fights. We were supposed to do a draft of movie royalty, but there was very little interest. So we're going to call an audible. Don't know what the topic's going to be yet, but we will let you know either tonight or tomorrow on the fan page. And we will also let you know what topics are coming up for August coming up soon. And then
we'll make the graphic and then people can put. Also, if you do want to get in for the other 2 weeks of July, please put should be still the announcement page, the big announcement on top of the page, or please be named down.
I believe it's building a prom court and then favorite scores for movies. So that's
films with dream sequence.
Oh, that one too. I forgot. It's got 5 weeks in July for Wednesdays. But Tony, what else is coming up on your channel, buddy?
Oh yeah. So this week, might depending on what happens tomorrow, I might do a game night or not. We'll see. Friday before Doug stream, there'll be a FPP live. Me and Dave will actually remember to do it this week instead of messaging each other Sunday afternoon going, well, we meant to do something last night, which did not happen last week. So yes, that'll happen. We'll try and get through some of those round one categories of greatest film characters full time, where we had stuff like Regina George versus Dom Toretto. So just general bullshittery. FPTL sanction is still available. So please stand up. It's only 4 people. For love of God, Peggy, do not give me heart attacks for trying to do 8 people.
Yeah, just the way you worded it, I was just like, "What? Are you changing the format on us now?" I'm like, "What the hell?" But no. So yeah,
I was in so much pain yesterday. I'll tell the story off screen. But yeah, so FPTL, sign up for that. That should be fun. And then is there what? I don't know if there's a watch along on Monday or not. Spence hasn't told me if they want to do one. Now showing will be back as well Tuesday. So apologies to anyone that wanted to be on that last night. It was literally a case of I couldn't move. So I went to bed early for once in my miserable life.
We wanted him to be healthy for his birthday,
Yay!
So yes, tune in to all of that. Join us, all of us. I'm pretty sure everybody else is going to be joining. Everyone on this panel is joining Doug for his birthday celebration on Friday. It's going to be a fun time. But let us say goodbye for now. For myself, the birthday boy Tony, Jacoby, Amaru, the soon-to-be birthday boy Doug, and Joe. We've had a blast. Hope you did too. See you next week. And I don't know, stay safe. Wash your hands, wear your mask. Later.
Shut up and sit down.